This week I've been just pondering on um, the issue of vessels, because we are in the last days. We're not even in the last days. We are in the last minutes of the last days. We're in the end time, and listen to me carefully. You gotta listen to me carefully. Um, what God is doing in this hour, you don't want to be um, missing in what God is going to be doing, missing in everything that God is doing. Ask God by all means, God, whatever that you're doing, don't leave me, don't leave me out of it. Don't leave me. Yeah, whatever that you're doing, don't leave me. You have to ask God, God, whatever that you're doing, don't leave me, don't leave me. So wherever you're watching this video from, I want you to share it all over across the platforms. Share the video because somebody needs this word. Don't just enjoy the refreshing word alone. I'm gonna speak a few things right now. I'm gonna talk to you, somebody. Listen. Now, I want to talk concerning the subject vessels. I want to challenge somebody to be a vessel of honor. I believe that every single one of you want to reach heaven and want to, on that day when they meet their maker, their father, you want to hear these words: well done, good, my good and faithful servant. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You might want the penthouse, you might want the beach house, you might want the Porsche car, you might want a lot of things right now, but I know the ultimate is well done, my good and faithful servant. You might want a lot of things: recognition, security. You might want fulfillment, success, but the greatest fulfillment is well done. So I want to speak to you right now that in every capacity that you might be, you are a vessel. That's what it matters. The bottom line is you are a vessel. You are a vessel. I'm speaking to you live from Gaborone. You are a vessel. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You are a vessel. Don't, no matter how, in what condition you are in, you might be a broken vessel, you might be a slightly broken vessel. You are a vessel, but the danger is to try by all means to be a perfect vessel, because God ain't working with perfect vessels. I know you didn't see that one coming. God is not gonna work or use perfect vessels. So stop trying to be perfect. When I say stop trying to be perfect, I'm not saying compromise your standards or your morality. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't strive to be God. I must say it one more time. Don't strive to be God. Strive by all means. Strive by all means to please God. Don't be God. Please God, but don't be God. You know what I'm saying? So don't be God. Please the Lord. Please the Lord. Please the Lord by all means. Seek the kingdom, and and everything shall be well. Everything shall be in your favor. All things shall work together for your good. Now, God will never use a perfect vessel. God will always use a broken vessel. I don't care, or I don't really want to mind a lot into the business of how or what broke you, how you got broken, whatever process it will take. It might be a loss, it might be a relationship, break up, it might be anything that might break a human soul. You are broken, just know that it is for a purpose. It is for a purpose. Yes, some of the situations we put upon ourselves, and God will always override those situations and extract revelation out of it. Whether he fashioned that situation or you put yourself in that situation, God will still take you out of that situation and even benefit you the more. He will make sure that things are working together for your good. Now, listen to me right now. To be a vessel of honor is not to just have your merits in check. To be a vessel of honor does not mean that you don't make mistakes. To be a vessel of honor does not mean that you are not broken. You will be broken. You will be broken. And I hate to be the bearer of good news. Listen to me. If you have never been broken, I hate to be the bearer of good news, because you're probably on your way. I'm gonna let you to digest that one. You are probably on your way to being broken. Oh my god. Just take some water right now. on that note, take some tea, sip on some tea. Now, there's no vessel that can be of use or useful unless it is broken, because it is the breaking point of that vessel that allows the oil or the fragrance to come out. You remember the woman who broke the perfume at the feet of Jesus? That woman, she broke a perfume. She had to break the perfume, and the perfume was of essence when it was broken. I don't know. So some of you have gifts. We cannot argue with the fact that some of you have been called. Some of you have been destined for greatness. But what is the big break for you? What is the point of essence for you? What is the point, the moment where you will become significant? It is the moment of the breaking. Allow yourself to be broken. It doesn't mean that God hates you. It doesn't mean that God has left you. God will never leave you nor forsake you. Are you hearing me? God will never leave you or forsake you. And listen to me. You might be in a storm. You might be in an ostracity. You might be in a calamity. But listen to me something. Right now, there are things that are forcing you to get into trajectory. You might lose your mother. A friend of mine recently lost her mother, and I also lost an aunt. Listen to me. There are situations that force you to be elevated, force you to adjust into another phase of life, a new level of life. And sometimes it comes with pain. I know this is not for the hyper grace ministers, grace pastors. I'm sorry to drop this bombshell on you. It's not all sweet and smooth, but sometimes it entails pain. It entails obstacle courses that are gonna come along the way. But in the end, you will be triumphant. You will get the crown of glory. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm making sense. I believe I am. Bless you so much for watching. Bless you for watching. Now this is what I want to leave you. I want to leave you on this note. You cannot be of essence. You cannot be useful. You cannot be significant. You cannot be effective unless you allow yourself to be broken. Some of you are ashamed of your story, your broken story. But I want you to know today that it is that story that can paralyze the devil, that can break the backbone of the devil. Listen to me. For a long time, I was not willing to disclose my condition. I had a condition, an eye condition, and for many years, for more than 16 years, even up to for more than 16 years, I was not disclosing the condition, but I had been diagnosed for 20 years now. And one time God told me that don't be afraid, don't be ashamed of sharing your broken story, because your broken story is still a perfect story. It's still good enough. It is still potent to transform somebody's life. Just because you feel like your story doesn't have the beautiful ending, it doesn't have happily ever after, your story might not have the money part. It might be it might be short of a baptism of cash, a sweet ending of of a love story, relationship going well, something that you've always told yourself, fastened your anticipations to say that, you know what, my story will be complete until such and such a thing happens. I want to disappoint you right now and tell you that your story is still powerful enough, is still potent, and is still effective. It's still effective. You are on the right track, you're on the right direction. Stop fussing about the path that you're taking. As long as you're with God, I don't care if I'm not with the majority. I care so much if I'm with God. As long as you're with God, then you are the majority. You and God make the majority. So forget about the storm that you're going through. As long as God is with you in the storm, you will make it to the destination. You know what? If you are riding along A1 and there is a big storm like a tropical cyclone Eloise, if you are in that kind of storm, you have to make sure that that storm doesn't derail you, unless you want to stay on the road. But if you want to make it to Francistown, you want to make it, you need to make sure that you do not detour, but you carry on with the journey. Carry on with the journey. That is what purpose is all about. Purpose is about carrying on. It is saying to yourself that it might not happen. God might not take me out of the storm, but maybe He built me for the storm. What is this situation trying to teach me? It's not always about God, why is it happening to me, but what is it trying to teach me? What level is it trying to promote me to? You know what, there are so many situations that have happened to us that are trying to either wake us up, they are trying to promote us, they are trying to develop us, they are trying to benefit us. So listen to me, God will always make sure that He appropriates greatness towards you. He projects greatness towards you. It doesn't matter the situation, it doesn't matter how it comes, but God will always make sure that good things gravitate towards you. You know what? All things work together for your good. I want to leave you with these words. Don't be afraid of your story. Share your story. Share your story. It might impact a life. It might change a life. And then again, be willing to be broken. Be gracefully broken, and God will use you. God will use you. God will never use you to a multitude unless you're broken. He'll never use you to touch 1,000 people. He will never use you to touch 10 people or 100 people if you don't have a story. Because if you don't have a situation, you don't have a revelation, you don't have content, you don't have a message to share with your people. So you need something to tell them something about your life, so that they can see the glory of God in your life. I want to leave you with these words. This is Jay Grace, and I'm so excited. You're gonna see more of me, more of my videos, and God do you good. Remain blessed, remain protected in this season. You and your family. God has a plan. God has a plan. He's mindful of you. God still loves you. God still loves you, and He has a plan for you. Plan not to harm you, but to prosper you. Be blessed in the name of the Lord.